Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy Evolution. This is the Deadeye Duel 2-pack featuring the Ascenticon Kascade and the Autobot Guard Javelin. So in this video we're going to open this up live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're going to have a detailed look at both of them in both of their modes. We can see how they look and how they compare to the original owners of their mold. We can also then see how they look and compare to some of the other figures released in mainline toys, and indeed some of the figures that have been released as part of these special box sets as well. And I'm sure you'll agree that they all do look great together. So as I start to pack all these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. And the other thing is to thank Hasbro Pulse, because that's who I purchased this from, and as you can see they got it out to me nice and quickly. Right, the artwork on these boxes is something else. It is spectacular. I'm holding my hand up straight away by saying that I have no real history of these characters. I know they're from the IDW comic universe, so I'm being dead honest from the start. I haven't read them, but I've read a little bit about them in TF Wiki, and it is very, very interesting. They do look good together, and I'm pretty much a big fan of this mold. So for those of you who don't collect Studio Series movie figures, I think personally you're in for a treat with this, because it's great. This of course is using the old chromium mold, and it's okay. It's one of them ones that's got that huge backpack. And I've got to confess, I've just quickly opened this up just to give myself a little bit of I suppose, yeah, a chance to get used to what's going on, because with these they just keep confusing me and tricking me in how they're packaged. So you would literally just lift this up. There's the instructions, and the two figures, as you can see there, they came wrapped up in tissue paper exactly like that. So I took the figures out. I've had a brief look at them because I wanted to make sure that they were okay just before I did the video. Now you can also take out this part, and you can see this is all, again, completely plastic free packaging. This opens up, and I need to now take the weapons out. So to be honest, these all came as like a real surprise. I remember doing videos myself, I wasn't actually there, so I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, covering the SDCC, and it said on all of the placards in front of them that these would be available from September, but obviously we could put the pre-orders in from the beginning, or sorry, the very end of July. And unbeknownst to myself and everybody in the UK, they just started shipping them out straight away, which is crazy. So we've got these, and I haven't, as I say, even had any time to do my background history on all of these. I've got, thankfully, a little bit of experience with the molds, because, as I say, they are reuses, but very clever reuses of molds we've already seen. There's loads of pieces here. I just want to show you all these as we take them out. So what I'm going to do now for the rest of the video, we're going to do some first impressions. We're going to have a look at them in an alternate mode, and then we're going to come back and do all the comparisons that I mentioned. So we might as well start with Javelin, because, as I said, Javelin's the one that I think will surprise a lot of people who don't collect the Studio Series. This is basically the RC, it's heavily retooled at the back, the Bumblebee movie Studio Series RC figure. And it's great. Look at the detail on this. The colour scheme is perfect. She looks fantastic. You can even tell that she's sort of got female features from that head sculpt. It's so clever. Then we're going to spin the head. It will go all the way around. It will look up and down. The shoulders will go out to the sides, but no further. The rotation around is massively hindered by the backpack, but you've got more than enough range. You've got a swivel underneath the shoulder, a bicep bend. The wrists do not swivel, but they bend in, but that is mainly for transformation purposes. You've got a waist swivel. You've got hips that will kick pretty much, they will go up, but they pretty much spin out. See how it's hindered a little bit by there, but it doesn't take anything away from the figure at all. Kicks all the way back, huge range of motion, knee bend, ankle tilt, and rock. And you've just seen me pull all the accessories out. It looks like a giant gun that you can piece together, to be honest. Yes, it does. So we've got this and this. How's this going? That looks like it's going to go. I had it the wrong way round, and then this is going to fit on the top. Is it? Yeah, there you go. Wow, that's something pretty special, to be honest. Now let's have a quick look at Kascade. Kascade is, this is what I mean about the kibble on the back. From the front, great, can hardly see anything. But I mean, again, it's all about the front. Look at the head sculpt. Look how nice that looks. So good. Very, very detailed. Look, it's got a monocle on there. Looks amazing. Head will turn all the way around. It will look up and down. It's on a ball or a mushroom peg, however you want to refer to it. The arms will go near enough out to the sides. They'll then spin around again until they're hindered by the backpack. You've got the swivel, you've got the bicep flexion, and you don't have a wrist swivel. You've got a waist. No, you don't. I'm sure you got a. I'm sure you have. Let me have a look at it. No, you have. Oh, you have. You have to spin it from the top. Oh, I keep popping that off. I would suggest, guys, that you don't. I know that it does sort of spin, but it's mainly for transformation purposes. And if you're wondering why I've kept that in, because if it happens to you, look, it doesn't. It's no major issue. You can just clip it back on. With sides, the legs will kick all the way up into the back. You've got a knee bend. You've got an ankle tilt and rock. And I know that a lot of people won't be too happy with all this kibble on the back and the visible gaps all there, but otherwise from the front, and I always say this, you know, from the front, look, she looks amazing. She absolutely does. Very quickly then, I think we might as well do the comparison for this part in this video, in this part of the video rather. So there you go, there's the chromium mold. You can see different heads. What else have they done here? Obviously the colors as well. I'm just seeing what else they've changed. They've changed the waist slightly. They've changed some of the details on the chest by the looks of it. The sides look the same. Again, it's just a paint job. This again is just a paint job. And yeah, that's it. So mainly head sculpt, chest, etc. Let's move this out of the way. And in fact, let's just take her out of the way for now as well. And then the Bumblebee RC is again head sculpt, chest, hips. No, hips look the same actually, to be honest, and pretty much all of the back kibble is totally different as well. But again, you're in for a treat, guys. If you've not seen this figure and you've never collected Studio Series figures, you're in for a treat, because this is a brilliant mold. Right, they're just going to lie down. Let's have a quick look at them in their alternate modes. Okay, then we're back, and as you can see, they're in their alternate modes, which again I think look really good. So we're going to start off by looking at Javelin, and look at that. That's just a really good redesign of course, the RC mold. The only thing we can really tell now is the two front wheels. The rest at the back is pretty much looking loads different. I really like it. The only negative thing I will say, of course, is the hands, but that was pretty much the same as the RC use of the mold as well. But the color scheme on this just works. That's just popped out of there. That should be tabbed in there. I just want to make a quick reminder as well that the transformation process for these figures are on separate videos. That is to keep the main length of the video down, and not to spoil it for anybody who's intended on getting these and they don't want them spoiling for themselves. So they do look good. The color scheme on it just works. You've got like a baby pink and a baby blue color scheme going there. So with the gun, for the accessories for her, what we're going to do, we're going to go, that obviously is the handle. This is going to attach that way. There we go. And this bit on the top. And then what we can do is pop this in the roof part like so, exactly like that image there. And that's brilliant. And you can put a blast effect on the top of that because it's nice and thin. I don't think I've got any to hand, unfortunately, or have I? Let me have a quick look. No, they were that's just his matrix blast, unfortunately, from Rodimus. No actual blast effect there, but there is the alternate mode. The wheels do go round. Loads of things are pretty much covered up on that. You've just got the fact that the hands are there, so that's the only negative, to be honest. This one is again, I like this. It's quite basic looking, but you know, it's a Cybertronian vehicle, so there's your get out of jail straight away, because it does look like a Cybertronian vehicle. And again, you've got this sort of baby pinky color working for it really well. Now with the accessories for her, she's got loads. What you can do is you can do a couple of things. So on the back of there, we've got the gun part, so we can take these two bits, we can piece these two together, and the front, and then this looks like it's a sight part that's going to clip into there, and then this will fit on there as well. So you've got this huge weapon, or you can put it the same as on the picture, you can put it on the back. That looks a lot better. And then again, unfortunately, you've got visible hands, but what you can do with these, you can plug these into the back of the exhaust like so, and now these look a little bit like boosters. To be honest, it would have been a little better if we could have put something and covered up the hands, or put them in the hands maybe. I mean, perhaps you even can. Let's have a quick look. That's how it's supposed to be, I think, from the instructions. That's the way I'm getting it anyway. I mean, the wheels all still go around independently. Perhaps they could have painted the inside of them a bit silver, but otherwise not too bad. If I get these, can I pop them in the hands? No, unfortunately. It's just, it's visible hand syndrome if you're looking underneath or from the back. When you've got them covering, they do their job of covering the hands. I mean, by pure fluke, animated prowls come in useful because I've actually got another motorbike there to show you what they look like size wise compared to these. So they scale really well, to be honest, as you'd expect with the rest of your mainline figures. Even with the Studio Series figures, they're roughly about the same sort of size, etc. But what I like about these is the accessories, because you can build them up in different ways. You've also got the 5mm ports on here as well, so you can put loads of things on if you wanted to. Let's just take tow lines, guns. This isn't going to really work because of the color scheme, but I just wanted to show you what you can do with these. And this is just as I say, some of the newer figures. If you were to get the Battle Masters, Fossilizers, etc., you could put loads of things on these and really, again, have quite a bit of fun with them. To be honest though, there's not really much more to say about their alternate modes. I'm sure you'll agree they look great. We're going to come back for the final time with them in the robot mode and put them with some other figures, see how they look there as well. So then, back for the final time with them in their robot mode. Once again, a quick reminder, the transformation processes are separately uploaded if you want to see them. So we've got, of course, the weapons. This is all still built up exactly from how we had it earlier. And this probably is going to help her stand up a little bit better, because she is a little bit back heavy, I suppose. But with this weapon now, that will completely counterbalance it. It's huge. I completely love how the sheen on it. It just looks so good. You can bring these around. It's so poseable, as I say, this figure is. It's so good. It just looks amazing. Color scheme on it just works. Really liking it. And of course, we've now got Kascade as well. So this was, of course, the main gun, and then we had these two on the back in the hands. But what you can now do is you can take this part apart as well, like so. We'll keep that bit on the top as a scope. We can then put this here as well, so you've got one gun, and then you can take this and then you can start to piece this together and give yourself two guns. So this works really well as well, especially for this figure, because you do need something to detract yourself away from the bit of the back kibble. So the fact that you can do this, oh, knocked her over, and you can see the absolute abundance of 5mm ports and the shoulders, in the forearms, in the back of the truck, alternate mode. There's just loads of it, so you can, if you wanted to, you can attach loads of parts, put loads of other weapons. Let's just quickly grab medics as well. I'm here just to show you exactly what I mean. So with the color schemes, this might actually work quite well. So I'm going to pop these in. Will that fit in there? Yes, it will. So this will fit in the back just above the wheel, and you've still got back of the forearms and everything else. So that you can add that up. You can add fossilizers, weaponizer, battle masters, etc. Same with this. You can pop these in the hands. The 5mm ports compatibility is just fantastic. You haven't got many on this figure, again, because this was mainly a Studio Series figure and it wasn't under the main generation stroke legacy toy line. There we go. I don't think there's much more to say about these. I covered quite a bit in the sort of first part with them in the robot mode. What I am going to do though is just bring in the other sort of figures that are on this special capsule toy line, or whatever they want to refer to it as. So we've got Senator Shockwave. I've still got to do the video on Nova Prime, but I'm still going to bring him up, and I'm still going to attach the shoulder pads to him. He's huge. I've just knocked her over. This is a really special, in honesty, sort of toy set of figures and toys. I really like it. I love the fact that, as I said at the beginning, I don't know too much about it, so I'm learning pretty much all the time with you guys as I'm doing the videos, and I really like that. I love the fact that it's giving me the opportunity to do that. Right, Shockwave, there's a rival pack. So I'm just working out which other ones I haven't got here at hand at the moment, just to pop there. Rat Bat, of course it is. Senator Ratbat. Now, is he going to fit? Probably not, to be fair, because there are lots of these Voyager class figures, so they're huge. I should put him in. I wish he had an alternate mode of a bat, and then I could put him on top of that box. Right, he's not going to fit. I'm going to bring the video to a close there anyhow and do another collection video with them all in. So I hope you enjoyed looking at him. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like the fact as well that they're going down this not alternate universe, as I say, the pre stories, etc., with the IDWs? I'm really loving it. It's a great idea. The figures as well, even though they're redecos and reuses of original molds, they've put them all to great use. I'm sure you'll agree with that as well. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.